All right, good morning. It's Jeremy Williams with Red Hawk Coaching, and I'm here with one of my clients today, Raquel Sanchez with Exit Lone Star Realty located in the Woodlands. How are you doing today, Raquel?
I'm good. How are you? Happy Friday.
Friday's a great day. Yeah, Fridays, it's kind of weird in the real estate world that, we can get real excited about Fridays. Oh, one second. We're getting a little bit of feedback here, so we're going to fix that issue. So Raquel, I wanted to get together with you today to be able to dig a little bit deeper into who you are and be able to share that with other individuals. And
Okay.
we've been coaching now for a couple months, and I want to talk about how that's impacted your world. But I want to start out with how long have you been in the industry?
6 years now.
6 years.
hmm
And have you always been with Exit, or have?
No, I said I'm going on 2 years.
Okay.
Some other
2 years.
bigger
And
brokers.
and your home base is the Woodlands, Texas, correct?
Yes, correct.
What is it about the Woodlands that you've liked? Didn't you live there for a period of time and move back?
Yes, actually, my family moved to the Woodlands back in 1979 when it was about 3 years old. So I moved away in 2003, came back in 2013, and my hometown blew up. It's pretty amazing. So
I remember growing up as a kid, and I grew up in San Marcos, Texas. We lived in Pasadena, Texas for a few years. And
mhm.
as a kid, I was in Boy Scouts, and we'd go up to Camp Straight. And so you'd pass the Woodlands, and it was like a blip, and then
Yeah,
you're just like out in the woods.
nothing out here.
And now it's like well over 100,000 people, and
hmm
probably even bigger if you start pulling in the Magnolia, the Montgomery, the Conroe, and Springs exploding.
hmm
And the
Yeah,
Woodlands area is just really taken off, and a lot
yeah,
of it being the place where a lot of corporate headquarters are located.
exactly. Yeah, it's
And
pretty impressive.
so you've been in the real estate industry now for 6 years. What is it that got you into the industry? What we oftentimes talk about a big why. What was your big why?
Mhm. My big why was my father. Not a lot of people know that I lost my father to Alzheimer's about 5 years ago, but his struggle was real. And I was in another city and I just couldn't do it anymore. But I got into real estate because he didn't plan to get sick. And that really takes a toll in your budget and finances. And so I felt like, wow, if there's anything that I could do to help in his situation, um, that's what I was going to do. So,
Yeah, that's whenever you have life happen, and it doesn't even need to be like just your life. It could be your family members or a close
right.
friend or something like that. And sometimes it gets us thinking, okay, what are those opportunities out there to where I can fund and have a great life and also be able to help those that I love. And
Yeah.
I commend you for
Of
that.
course, it's evolved into so much more, helping families. I get so much joy out of, I get just as excited when they buy a house. And I'm just, nervous and excited. And, I'm just a big cheerleader for people most of the time. So,
Yeah, it's the biggest purchase most people are ever going to make is buying a home, and it's probably like in terms of just the intimacy of it, the buying of a home and being that's the place where memories are created.
mhm.
And we live our life in moments. The home is a really really powerful thing, and to be a part of that, it is pretty awesome, isn't it?
It's a blessing. It really is. I take great pride in that. And I really value that people entrust me to do it. So, yeah.
Now you've had a lot of success in your business, and what is your focus area? I know you're in the greater Houston area, and sometimes people don't understand that outside of here, greater Houston's a pretty large area.
It is.
Where's your home base? Where do you focus on the majority of your business?
Well, I've been born and raised in Houston. The Woodlands is where I grew up. So I'm just not scared. I'm a Houston girl. So, and I'm used to it. So it just really doesn't faze me. But yeah, it would be great to be in the Woodlands area. But I've just met some amazing people that, it just doesn't work for everybody. So if they need to be in Missouri City, then guess what? That's where I'm going.
Yeah, we were talking about that on our coaching call last week. You had one out in Missouri City, and it's hard for people to grasp how far that is. It's still with, even people in Missouri City will consider themselves Houstonians.
Yeah.
In Kingwood, we're part, it's like the Woodlands. We got annexed though. The Woodlands hasn't.
I know. Knock on wood.
Houston, right? So
we all have our own little bubble, but definitely Houston has so much to offer to so many people. And when I deal with people from all over the country, I'm very proud of it and what it's evolved to be. And the cost of living is so affordable. So people get so much more for their money here.
So what is it about the Woodlands specifically? I know your home base is there. What would attract a buyer to the Woodlands area?
It is definitely an escape from the hustle and bustle of Houston. There's so much here to offer for families, great schools, the hikes and the bike trails and the pools. And, it's just great for young families. It's great for empty nesters like myself. It's just, it encompasses everything that George Mitchell wanted it to be. And it has different levels. You don't have to be a millionaire to live here. It starts from, the low 200, a little bit less than 200,000, and then goes up to the millions, with the elite neighborhoods and stuff. But he wanted everybody to be able to enjoy the amenities and the beauty of the Woodlands. And
my wife and I spend a lot of time over there. We'll drive over there. In fact, I know we've got the Jimmy Buffett concert coming up. We make it every year, and they've got.
I can walk there from my house.
Oh, you can walk. Oh, you're lucky. The traffic is unbelievable around but the venue is absolutely beautiful, and you go there. The restaurants and several Fortune 500 companies have their headquarters.
Oh yeah,
in the Woodlands area.
Yeah, it's pretty impressive.
And I don't know if it's still the case. They used to call it the place to live, work, and play. A lot of people don't even have to leave the Woodlands and make the trek into town.
Yeah.
And a lot of shopping. There's a lot of great shopping.
Oh yeah.
So when you're working with home buyers and people that are selling their home, what is most important to you about the business when you're working with those clients?
Well, that they have as much information as possible, seeing as, not just people moving around the Houston area, but people that have never been here or having a family here. It's highly important that they know what's going on around them, whether it be taxes or HOAs. I have families that want acreage and don't want acreage, or, what's important to them. So I really have to dive down to what's important to them, what's going to make them love it here. I tell my clients all the time, if you don't love it, don't buy it, don't do it.
And I think that makes you different than a lot of real estate agents. We've talked about that in your business, and I know for you, one of the most important things are relationships. Tell me a little bit more about that.
Well, I'm just kind of wired that way. I'm always I'm a giving person, and I want it to be more than transactional. I just feel like I'm building my friend base or my family base. Some of these kids I help, I call them my kids, because honestly, I have kids that old in their, 20s, and, kind of take on that mom aspect of, okay, I want to make sure you're taken care of, and I want to make sure, you're making a good decision. And I always get, well, what do you think, Raquel? What would you do? And so that's a big,
I've been in the industry since 2004, and it's special when I get to coach and get to know agents like you, because I think for the majority of agents, a lot of them are transactional based. They work with somebody and they move on. It's more.
And that makes it a hard job.
Yeah, it does, because they're probably churning and burning through their people.
And burning out.
And burning out. Whereas, those few that do come from that position of, it's about the relationship and the money follows. If you do a good job and you take care of people and make sure you meet their needs, it's a different world. And I like how you said they're like my kids.
I mean, I know I'm not like old, but you know.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, I mean, I feel like, okay, if I can treat you as, you know, someone I know in my inner circle, you know, very close to me, then, you know, I'm only doing right by you. That it's never with false pretenses or anything like that. What's great is that it doesn't stop at the closing, that there are some clients that I'm blessed that we're still friends, we still hang out together, because I feel like that just makes my life richer, you know, in many ways.
It makes their life richer too, by the way.
I hope so. I hope to say that.
Absolutely. If, you know, there's a lot of people that they look at real estate agents and they see what they accomplish, and usually they just kind of see the surface level stuff. They don't see all the work that goes into, you know, helping individuals sell their home or helping somebody buy a home, or if you're working with investors, how do you find them the right properties? There's a lot of work that goes behind it. You know, oftentimes the public just sees, okay, they had a closing, oh, that looks easy, and you know, I can be a real estate agent too. What advice do you give somebody that might be either looking at coming into the real estate industry or just started their career?
Well, I have had clients ask me, because, you know, I guess I'm hoping I present that I enjoy it and I enjoy what I do. And I'm like, guys, you really don't understand what it really takes. And it's a lot of work. It's a lot of long hours. Ask my husband. So he's like, what time did you come to bed? Anyway, but yeah, it's a lot of work. But I think with the right schooling, the right broker, the right training, you can be as successful. As much as you put into it, you'll get out of it. And I just feel like my plateau this year is, okay, Raquel, you got to get your head in the game. You got to focus on you and building your business. And that's what I'm aspiring to do. Like you said, everything else will follow.
Yeah.
So.
Well, I think one of the big challenges is that a lot of people that come into the real estate industry see it as a job and not a business. And there's a lot of hats, especially if you're working as an individual agent, that you're taking on that you might not have realized that was going to be involved in that process. So I think it's really important, if you're looking at it, take an honest look at it to see if you're really cut for that, because it is challenging. You know, there's a lot of blood, sweat, and
everybody.
and some days are really, really good, and some days can be more challenging than others. And but here's the thing: is if you focus on the things that are most important, it's probably one of the most rewarding jobs.
It is. Absolutely.
So Raquel, if somebody's in the greater Houston area, or maybe they're not and they're looking to move to the greater Houston area, what is the best way for them to reach out to you?
Cell phone. It doesn't leave my side, my husband says. Yeah, and text. You know, text is the most immediate thing I look at, and of course I have a great email, raquelsellshouses.com. So.
Right. And I'll have this. I'm going to post this also on YouTube, and I'll have that contact information updated in the Facebook post as we're streaming live now. I'll go back and update that. So if you're looking to buy, sell, or invest in the greater Houston area, I highly recommend that you reach out to Raquel Sanchez with Exit Lone Star Realty. One last question. We've been coaching now for about 2 months, and you know, I just would like for you to share what coaching has meant to you, and if somebody's thinking about coaching, why they should coach.
It really has opened my eyes to a lot of things. Like I said, my why was why I started, but I know the biggest compliment to my father would be to be the best that I can at what I'm doing. And coaching, you know, keeps me in line, gives me systems that I know will only benefit me in the end. And it's really changed my thinking as to, hey, I've got a lot more to offer, and to families and people I work with, and yeah, it's just been a good, you know, all just great things. I feel like, you know, if I don't invest in myself, you know, I'm just going to keep spinning my wheels, and I really need some different eyes and training and knowledge that you have, that I'm just, not going to figure it out on my own. Just wake up and a house fall in my lap. It's just not going to happen that way. So.
Well, here's a great thing I've noticed in just the short time we've been coaching, and I'm looking forward to what's to come, is just the amount that you have to offer and the ability, and we're just unlocking that is all we're doing. And, I think clients should be lucky to have you as their agent. And again, if you're looking to buy, sell, or invest in the greater Houston area, reach out to Raquel and give her a call. And I think you'll be pleasantly surprised with what's going to be offered, and that new relationship that's going to be built that is going to help you and your family make some really great decisions on whether they're buying, selling, investing. So Raquel, thank you for taking time today. And
you're welcome. Thank you. Amen to that.
All right. Well, y'all have a great
appreciate
day, and thank you for tuning in. And I'll be updating this here shortly, and you should be able to have that information. If you're looking to buy, sell, or invest, reach out to Raquel.
Thank you. Have a great day, everyone. Bye-bye.